Ever since I was a child, I loved writing. I would sit down and write letters to imaginary friends, creating little worlds in my head where I could fully express myself. I didn't think much of it back then. It was just something I enjoyed. But now looking back, I realized that writing was my way of making sense of the world. It was how I processed feelings I didn't always know how to express out loud. As I got older, the act of writing became even more important to me. I remember there was a point where everything just felt overwhelming and I needed a way to make sense of it all. So I started writing letters that I knew I would never send. It might sound strange, but there was something incredibly freeing about putting my feelings into words, even if no one else would ever read them. These letters were where I could be fully honest with myself. They weren't meant to be shared or judged. They were just for me. And the more I wrote, the more I realized that this act of writing was healing me. I wasn't just writing to express what I was going through. I was writing to understand it, to let it go, and to make peace with it. And that's how Letters You Will Never Read was born. It's a collection of those unsent letters, and through them I found healing. I want to share this because I truly believe that writing can heal in ways we don't always realize. For me, it wasn't about crafting the perfect story or poem. It was about giving myself the space to feel, to process, and to heal. Writing became my safe space. When I wrote, I could express everything that I felt too complicated to explain in a conversation. I could pour out my thoughts without worrying about how they would be received. One of the most important things I've learned is that healing isn't a straight line. It's messy, it's emotional, and it takes time. There were days that I felt like I was moving forward, and other days when I felt like I was right back where I started. But through it all, writing gave me a sense of control. With every word I wrote, I let go of something. Maybe it was an old hurt, a fear, or a doubt. And piece by piece, I began to feel lighter. I began to feel like myself again. That's the power of writing. It's not just about telling a story, it's about telling your story, the story you might not have even realized you were holding on to. My book, Letters You Will Never Read, is coming out on December 12th. And I hope when you read it, you'll find a connection to the words. Maybe it will remind you that you are not alone in what you're feeling. Maybe it will inspire you to start writing your own letters, to give yourself a space to heal in your own way.